Hey friends, this is Bada speaking. In today's content, we will talk about 10 failed applications that are never been succeeded, and the content won't be for a long time. Stay tuned. Top 10 failed social media sites. Most social media platforms have failed to become successful. Meet 10 once famous social media players that are now defunct. There's no doubt social media has changed so many lives, not just in America but throughout the entire world. Communication, no matter how far away someone else may be, as long as they have decent internet connection, has become easier than ever. Marketing has evolved in ways few people expected it to, and yet social media platforms continue to come and go. 10 most legendary social media sites which are nothing right now. Number 10 is Dailybot. Dailybot was a photo blogging site that encouraged users to take daily pictures with a caption, similar to modern day Instagram now. Defunct photo-oriented social platform launched about a years and a half prior to Instagram's launch, then officially shut down at the end of 2012. Following its launch in February 2009, Dailybot gained popularity when celebrities and influencers began joining the social network, which is its 1 million photo in September 2009. Following its launch in February 2009, Dailybot gained popularity when celebrities and influencers began joining the social network, which hits 1 million photo in September 2009. Less than 6 months later, it reached 3 million photos uploaded and 10 million comments. In 2009, Airbnb took over the Dailybot team to add an travel website. At the end of the year, Dailybot was nothing more than a memory. Number 9. FriendFeed. FriendFeed was a social aggregating website that launched in 2007. Founded by a group of former Google employees, FriendFeed essentially used their social network to build its own network, focusing on relevancy and usefulness on those sites, then consolidating updates on its platform. Facebook bought FriendFeed in 2009 for $15 million cash and $32.5 million in stock. The social network giant closed FriendFeed down for a good in April 2015. Number 8 is iTunes Ping. This Apple-owned social networking site had an obvious emphasis on music and was lucky enough to launch with more than 1 million users in 2010. But even that couldn't save it. Launched as a built-in component to iTunes and its 10th edition, the service allowed users to follow artists and get updates from friends and artists about music. Ping was eventually closed down in 2012 and replaced with social media integration for Facebook and Twitter. Number 7. Google Wave, Google Buzz. Google Buzz launched in 2010, replacing Google Wave, which launched 1 year prior in 2009. Each was an attempt by Google to develop a global social site that could rival Facebook. Both platforms were designed to allow users to share posts with friends privately or publicly within an extensive list of integration parts that included Twitter, YouTube, Blogger, and aforementioned FriendFeed and more. Ultimately, Buzz was a giant privacy nightmare and Wave was a complicated mess, so both platforms were doomed to be added to Google's project graveyard. Number 6. Meerkat, an innovative video platform that eventually helped propel live streaming to the top of all our social feeds. Meerkat ended up being downed by big-name social media giants, Facebook and Twitter namely, after they recreated the idea on their already established and multifaceted social media channels. It was only a few weeks after Meerkat released that Twitter halted its access to Twitter's social graph, then acquired rivaling live video app Periscope and launched it late March 2015. Number 5. Friendster. One of the original social networks to make noise before Facebook, Friendster dominated the Asian markets since it launched in 2002. It was available and used globally, but 90% of its traffic comes from Asia. The platform had more unique visitors than any other social network in Asia 2018. Friendster ended up evolving into a social gaming site in 2011, touting more than 115 million users, mostly from Philippines, Malaysia, and Singapore. It officially closed down in 2018 after a 3-year hiatus. Number 4. Yik Yak. At its peak, Yik Yak was valued at $400 million. After launching in 2014, the anonymous messaging mobile app gained momentum quickly among the young adults, rising more than $700 million in venture capital funding, but also a hefty load of problems. Its biggest one of its main features is anonymity. Users, typically high school and college students, could publicly post anything they wanted for the other anonymous user in their geographic vicinity to see and interact with. This caused problems for obvious reasons, including bomb threats and hate-fueled acts of violence. The world of social media was already littered with internet bullies and what oftentimes seems like cesspool of human interaction, and Yik Yak was only contributing to the strife. It didn't take long for tablets to turn. By the end of 2014, Yikyak was already declining in popularity and usage. It eventually closed down for good in early 2017. Number 3. Vine, a social media legend and personal favorite that helped propel video into limelight. Vine was another ahead of its time that helped set a bar for how social media and video could use another to thrive. It was the most popular video app ever to come out, but it didn't last long. Vine was unable to adapt as another rivals. For example, Snapchat emerged and adopted. Plus, Twitter's own business fluttered, which forced Twitter to close Vine in late 2016. Number 2. Google Plus, another test of Google. The fate of the Google Plus turned out just like so many Google's other attempt at building a social network failure. A revolutionary platform in the way it helped evolve search, further educating the world of web marketing about authority and entities across the globe. Google Plus turned out to be another failed attempt at dethroning Facebook by a rival social network. But it wasn't even a social network at all, and maybe that's where a lot of its problem arose. Google was actually focused on its identity network because of plans to be identified service provider for a program run by a federal government. It offered nothing worthy to its user, and for that it's now where it belongs. Number 1. MySpace. Yes, MySpace still exists. It is a work URL and office with employees, and most importantly, you can sign up for a new account right now. But this isn't the same pioneering MySpace that helped power social media from what seemed like a few dark basement. It wasn't to what ended up being billions of households and smartphones across the world. This is MySpace that helped shape the digital marketing age of today, catalyzed the success of Facebook even more than when it relinquished its title as the most popular social media network to it. MySpace went from most visited website in the world in 2006 to losing 10 million unique users in just 1 month in 2011. It provided itself as a leading social network before reinventing itself as a music-focused network for a new artist and less personal business. And especially since it tells the same story I tell here, MySpace is dead. So these was all dead applications in the past. So if you enjoy the content, like to the video, subscribe to the channel. Thank you.